against David Ortiz. Ortiz gives us an example of why Ramon has an ERA over 11 in the first inning this year. His first career grand slam for Ortiz, number 10th home run on the year. Corey Koski, the next batter, also homered, which you do not see. Jose Offerman taking Milton over the monster. Offerman simply not scared of heights. He would add another in the 8th inning. Red Sox down 4. Carl Everett. Duran Coomer in a tie game. Muller tries to turn the DP, throwing it away at first. Darren Lewis would score. Red Sox are up now 6-5. Bottom 5, Lou Merloni. With a score 7-5 Boston. Merloni, one of his 3 hits. He had 2 RBIs for Lou, and the Red Sox come back and shock the Twins. Boston coming back from 5 down in the first to rescue Ramon.
Freddie Garcia on the hill. Tony Batista, down he goes. In the bottom of the 3rd, Alex Gonzalez, down he goes. 6 strikeouts for Garcia in 8 innings of work. Only gave up 2 hits. Scoreless game in the 5th inning. Mike Cameron. A swing, and what do we have? Not gone off the wall. Shannon Stewart has some problems. Teammate Jose Cruz comes over to help. Cameron with a double. Later in the inning, 2nd and 3rd from Mark McLemore. Carlos Delgado can't get it. That drives in 2. McLemore, 3 RBIs in the game. Mariners up by the score of 2-0. Now it's Jose Cruz in the bottom of the 5th. McLemore, A-Rod, John Olerud for a double play. Bottom 8, M's up 3-zip. And it's Al Martin. Al Martin drills his 3rd home run of the year, and Seattle blows it open in the 9th. Mariners go on to win by the score of 8-1. So Seattle now 2 games in front of idle Oakland, even though this was just the Mariners' 7th win in their last 24 games. Down he goes. Mike DeFelice in the top of the 2nd. Bring him up, sit him down. Top of the 3rd, Greg Vaughn goes down as Cologne struck out 3 in the first 3 innings. Bottom 4, 2-0 Cleveland. 1 on Will Cordero. 1 for 4 in the game. This is the 1. To right center, David Segui comes in to score. Cordero to the 3rd with a triple. Indians up by the score of 3-0. In the top of the 7th, Cleveland's up 3-1. Cologne leads with 2 runners on. Steve Carsey comes in and blows up Vinny Castilla, left center. Miguel Cairo scores. Tampa Bay within 1 at 3-2. Next batter for the D-Rays, Aubrey Huff. And Huff, pinch hitting, base hit. Greg Vaughn scores. We're all tied up at 3. Next man up, the former Met Jason Tyner. Singles to center as Carsey, his 9th blown save of the year. The D-Rays win it by the score of 4-3. So Tampa Bay with those 4 runs in the 7th. Cologne a no decision after he took a shutout into the 7th. But
B.J. Surhoff, what's his problem? Just watch him. Pulls up. Strained his right quad. Left the game. George Lombard will replace B.J. Surhoff. Next batter, what a game for Wally Joyner in this one. Joyner with 3 hits. Here's one of them. Driving in Chipper Jones. Jones, by the way, 1 for 3. He's hitting 300. Lombard to 3rd. It's 1-0 Atlanta. Top 2, Greg Maddux in control facing Matt Williams. Williams awful in this effort. 0 for 3. He's hitting 246. Nice range by Chipper. Williams is out. Top 3, Maddux. Stinnett, the flare. Keith Lockhart, who needs the glove? The out at first. Top 4, Maddux against Luis Gonzalez, down looking. Maddux perfect through 4 2/3. He didn't walk anybody through 9. Bottom 4, 2-0 Atlanta. Kurt Schilling, who hasn't lost to the Braves this year, facing Maddux. That's right, Greg Maddux, sweet swing, opposite way, right over Danny Batista. 2 runs would come in. 4 RBIs this year for Maddux. He's hitting 191. 4-0 Atlanta lead in the 9th. Maddux against Greg Colburn. Colburn 0 for 4 against Maddux. A 4-hitter for Maddux. Win number 237 his career. He passes Whitey Ford on the all-time list. The Braves complete the sweep of Arizona, move 2.5 games up on the idle Mets.
To San Diego, and Barry Bonds away. 44th homer of the year. It's 2-0 San Francisco. The Giants playing good D. Bill Miller, backhanded play at 3rd. And watch what J.T. Snow does at 1st. Then it's Rich Aureli knocking it down, stays with it, and gets the force at 2nd. Then 1 on Sean Estes, flashing the leather. This is a 1-6-3 double play. Bottom 6, 7-0 Giants. 2 on for the underrated Ellis Burks. What a year he's having. His 22nd home run of the year. Giants up 10-zip. and the Giants win it by the final score of 13-0. Bonds now 2 home runs behind a career high for the season with those 44 on the
Royals. Stan Reichert, he had a 1-0 lead in the 9th. His pen trying to close it out for him. Yanks have 2 on, nobody out. Chris Wills on pitching to Luis Polonia. The bunt. Wilson, the throw to third, gets by Joe Randa. Chuck Knobloch scoring. Scott Brocious moves to third. Polonia to second. We're tied at 1. Next batter, Jose Vizcaíno. Base hit. His only hit of the game. He's hitting .277. Scott Brocious would score. Polonia would stop at third. Fundamental baseball. Yanks up 2-1. Next batter, Derek Jeter, just chipping in. Jeter, his only hit of the game, reached out and grabbed some space. 1 for 5. He's hitting .326. Polonia scores to make it 3-1 Yankees. It was 5-1. David Justice, for the love of the long ball, his 36th home run. Yankees now lead 7-1. Remember, they were down 1-0 entering the 9th. Royals pitching coach Brent Strom sees his pen give up 7 in the 9th. And Dan Reichert, do we want to read his mind? Imagine it. He leaves after those 8 scoreless innings, allowing just 2 hits, owning that 1-0 lead. Then the Yanks explode for 7 in the 9th.
Sheldon, who played all 9 positions Wednesday, relaxed and played just third on Thursday. Meanwhile, Kenny Rogers fielding his position, diving stop, throws out Charles Johnson. You know, everybody's talking about Carlos Delgado threatening the Triple Crown. How about Frank Thomas? Tied for the league lead with 41 home runs. In this game, he had 3 RBIs. He leads the league with 132 RBIs. On this play, drives in 2. Next man up, Maglio Ordonez. Bottom 6, 2-run jack. Ordonez now has 28 home runs. White Sox up 6-5. Bottom 8, Ordonez again. And there it goes again. A 2-run home run, his 29th of the year. And the White Sox win it by the score of 10-6. So with the Cleveland loss, that increases Chicago's lead to 7.5 games. Ordonez 2 for 5. He's 22nd. He's been out with a sinus infection. Troy Gloss, top 2. No doubt. Tied with Thomas now for the league lead, 41 home runs. It's 1-0 Angels. Top 3, Darren Erstat's on third. Or I should say at the plate with a runner on third. Wendell McGee hauling it in, coming up, throwing, a developing situation. Benji Molina coming in. Safe, 2-1 Angels. In the top of the 4th, Molina at the plate the other way. That drives in Garrett Anderson. It drives in Gloss. And the Angels now are up by the score of 5-1. Molina, big game, went 4 for 4. In the top of the 9th, his 4th hit of the contest. Left center field. And there that one goes. Towards the flagpole, he won't get it. Almost to the wall. Molina all the way to third with a triple. At this point, Phil Garner comes out to the mound. Doug Brocail is going to be taken out, and he's not thrilled about any of these developments. Angels go on to win 6-4. On the DL since July 2nd, Tim Belcher went 6 innings for the win. The Cardinals were in the top of the 1st. Vladimir Guerrero. Left field, J.D. Drew, yes, can. Bottom 1, Tony Armas Jr. making his first start in 2 months back from the sore shoulder. Jim Edmonds gets a hold of one, his 39th home run of the year. 2-run shot, Cards up 2-zip. The story in this one, Darryl Kyle. Wilton Guerrero with a man on second, down he goes. Guerrero 0 for 4, struck out 4 times in the game. Now Jeff Blum's on second. Fernando Seganol, down he goes. Then it's Orlando Cabrera as Kyle strikes out 10 in 7 innings of work. Gives up just 1 run. Cards win at 6-1. Kyle now 17 wins, tied with Randy Johnson for 2nd most in the league.
Bottom 5, Jeff Bagwell, a 2-run homer puts the Astros up 3-2. Bagwell's 41st of the year, 24th at home, breaking a team record set by himself in '97. Amazing considering we're talking 2 different ballparks. Redmond to Bill Spires, diving stop. The toss to Bags at first for the out. We're tied at 3. Bottom 8, still tied, 1 out, runners on 1st and 2nd. Chris Truby. Good moment for Truby because, you know what? They intentionally walked Mitch Molesky to get to Truby, and Truby comes in and comes through. Glenn Barker would score, and the Astros would go on for the win. Scott Ellerton, the story. He wins for the 12th.